Good evening, everybody. Let's just turn some lightage on. I'm just having problems with my laptop. It's rather hot, as is my phone. So I've not got them charging at the moment. So I'm hoping they will last, or I'll catch them in time to charge them up. So I've turned everything off that doesn't need to be on. I've got the fan going in the hopes that'll help keep it cool. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. Don't forget, if you are watching, do hop on and say hello. Lovely to read your comments. Because of the heat, I am just going to crack on and start crafting. So we're using the summer happiness bundle this month, and we're going to make a scrapbook page using this. I have an idea of what I want to do, so let's bring in my large foam mat, and I've got my 12 by 12, and then I've pulled out the colours that are in the washi tape that matches with this bundle. And we've got Strawberry Slush, Secret Sea, Petal Pink, but mine's rather faded, Lost Lagoon, Crushed Curry, and Coastal Cabana. So some really nice sunny colours. And I'm just going to do some random stamping to begin with of some of these images. So I think oh, sorry, didn't mean to knock you there. We'll start with the sun. And we'll have a few suns round about, and we'll use our crushed curry. Oh, now I'm going to have a dry tickly throat, aren't I? Sorry about that. Right, so let's add some suns randomly over our cardstock, making sure that we go off the page at times. Just makes it look that little bit more random. Now my crushed curry could probably do with being re-inked, but to be honest, I like the colour that it is. Okay, I'll just pop a bit of one there and there. That's it. I'm happy with that. So that's our first one. And we can also do what shall we do next? We'll have some flip-flops. And how about some flip-flops in Lost Lagoon? I do like a bit of Lost Lagoon. And again, I'm just going to put them round about, twisting my stamp as I go. Now I am making sure that they are all more or less facing the same way. I could have some coming down, I suppose. Yeah, why not? I was thinking it'd look quite odd, but no, why should it? Not twist that one that way. And then we'll go for some down here. Maybe there. And the end of some there. All right, we'll try another one. The images in this stamp set I love. They're really simple. Great for adding colour to, or just standalone as they are. Coastal Cabana. And oops, we shall do our sunglasses. Coastal Cabana. Good evening, Carol. Hope you are well. Thank you for joining. Trying to find a nice size block. There we go. Are you enjoying the beautiful weather? my Coastal Cabana really needs re-inking as well. I think it's time for me to get some new re-inkers. It's surprising they all end up going around the same time. Not too bad, thank you. Yes, I'm good, thank you. Trying my best to keep cool. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I did say when I first came on, I'm having a few issues trying to keep everything cool. My laptop's hot already, as is my phone. I had my phone plugged in and I've had to unplug it. So we'll have to see how things go. Thank you. We need some strawberry slush. And I think I'm going to go with the flower for strawberry slush. Oh, no, actually. We will use a little bottle of drink. That'll be quite nice. Strawberry slush. Just randomly stamp this one. There really are some stunning images in this. I love them. Here. I want something there, but not this. I'll go off the page there. And maybe another one in there. Yeah, happy with that. And then we'll bring in our little Petal Pink. And we'll do the flower. Yeah, let's bring a flower in. I'll swap that over. I'll just do a few little flowers. This is another one that needs drinking. Oh, how terrible of me. Not looking after my ink pads very well, am I? At all. I quite like that softer colour. I do end up stamping off a lot. So when they start to dry a little, I quite like it. Right, I think I'm happy with that because we're going to have our pictures and that in the middle. So that will do for that. Take that away so it doesn't look like I've got a border on it. Like that. Right, I'm not very well prepared. I was kind of feeling a little bit over warm earlier. Oops, knocking things off and thinking, am I too warm to do this? Am I not? But I thought, no, I will. All right, we can have, I think I'm going to go with a horizontal picture. And then maybe a couple of 3x4s. Like so, and then you'll see, and then we can add in some of the washi tape die cut bits to decorate with. I quite like that, and we can have one of these as our journaling if we want to. And then, oops, we can add all this summer adventures. It will, if we want to add that on there, or we could add it somewhere else. it might be nice. We pull that down, then we can remove those. That's quite an even border there. That's an even border there. They're evenish in between. So they will be a bit bigger because I shall add mats, but then I could die cut a title at the top, which is something I don't do very often. So yeah, let's go with that. So I want some mats for these, and I think we shall use, I'm going to use Secret Sea for my mats. Everything's precariously about on here. Right, so I've only got this one scrap, which I don't, oh, it might. That is 4 1/8. It's a bit bigger than 4 1/8. 4 1/8. Okay, so it's 4 3/8. Because I would normally do 4 1/4, but I'll do 4 3/8 just so that I can use it. And then we'll go 3 3/8. And with it being, oh my gosh, I've got a butterfly. Oh, bless it. With it being a dark colour, you don't particularly need such a large piece. I might have to shape down, you know, it's just fluttering around, bless it. It's coming in, keeps coming and going. That is just under 4 3/8, isn't it? 4 2/8. Yeah, that's too small. And when you're working in such a small increment, it makes a difference. So let's go 4 3/8. And 3 3/8. That's it, that's 2 of those. And then I want a 4 3/8 by 6 3/8. Extend it out. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Right. While I've got this, no, I'm not going to put journaling on this one. Can add my journaling on after if I fancy, I think. Yeah. Let's pop these on there with our glue dots. And use these ones that I've got out of a kit. Spare. They're just as good as our standard glue dots. And you always get way too many in a kit. So it's nice to make use. Put that on there. How's Ellie coping with the heat, Carol? She okay? And it's hard for them when they're little, isn't it? Because they can't regulate their own body temp. Have that on there. Okay. Just check my phone isn't too hot. No, we're okay. Right. So let's let's position these back so we can see. She's struggling. She's a very hot baby. Oh, bless her. I want to come that way slightly, so that's about the same. And then bring that to there. There we go. Quite liking that. Right, we'll glue this one down first. And lots of cold water playing, cold baths and breast milk. Oh, bless her. Yeah. I must admit, I'm struggling. Like I say, keeping cool, it's hard. I've never drank so much water as I'm doing. Cold showers constantly. Trying to keep cool. Fans. But I knew one of my medication that I'm on is not good with the heat. Makes you more thirsty and stuff. But then I found out another one of them today. After watching I mean, I know I've become more sensitive to the sun in the fact that I can't sit in it like I did, even before it was hot like this, just in normal. I can't sit in it like I used to. But yeah, they're saying that the one medication makes my skin way more sensitive to the sun, so I'm going to be careful with that as well. Not that I'll be venturing out anytime soon in this weather. Right, so we've got our main pieces there, and then do I go for a thing at the top or at the side? Let's have a look what a title. I've got quite a few. You two with the medge, yeah. It's so many things to think about, isn't there? I'm not sure I've got any in the colours that I need. No. So we are going to have to cut one. And I'm kind of wondering if we do what sort of title can we have? I'll get the out of here. I do like the sentiment Fun in the Sun that we've got that comes with this, though it's a little bit small. So we could do a Fun in the Sun, couldn't we? That'd be nice. So let's grab, I think we will do it in, should we do Coastal Cabana? Here we go. Is that piece big enough? Yep. So I will remember to use some adhesive sheet. There we go. Now, I'm not sure if these are the current ones or if these are some old ones. I think these are the current ones. I think these are the ones that we changed to. Just line that up. Okay. Here, this bit. Quite shocked actually that I've remembered this. I've remembered to use it. I always forget. And with it being so warm, terribly sticky. Right. Let's trim that off. I keep my big scissors for sticky stuff and things. Right, that, well, I've got a bit of sticky on the front, but that's okay because that'll just rub off. Take that off because that's sticky. Because I don't want to get my snicks all sticky, but I will clean them off after. All right, pop those over there so I remember to clean them. Move this over. Let's bring in, use the large one, then I don't have to cut the cardstock down. Oops. Right. Let's run this through. I'm going to have to do two because I need another U for fun in the sun. Oh, dog's panting now. She doesn't know where to get. She won't go in a pool. We bought a paddling pool when we had Sprouts still as well, and she won't go in it, which is a shame. I might give her a shower later. Right, I'll pop all these out. And in fact, no, I don't need to. I can cut this off. And then we can put it through just so I can get another U. In fact, I'll chop a bit off. And I can keep that. The U's down there. We can just pop that there. Just cut ourselves another U. Rather than worrying about grabbing another piece and sticky on that. Right. Pop that out the way. That can go away. In there. I don't want to lose my stamp. Right, there's my U. Need my I. So I've got on in there. Don't need an A. I'm going to need another N, aren't I? Silly me. Oh no, we've got two N's. Another U. S. I do need another N because of in. That's my H. Right, let's get these out. I can chuck this. Now I might do another colour and have them different colours. In the bin. So what other colour should we do? How about Petal Pink? I know it's not so bright, but I'm just thinking Coastal Cabana and Petal Pink might be quite nice together. Is that one long enough? Just cutting it a bit fine, maybe. Let me see if I've got another offcut. Scrap piece. Ah, that one's better. Let's move those out the way, and we shall do another piece. Luckily, it doesn't take too long to do. And this is quite a quick page that we're doing. And I have a lot. Oh, that's not going to give much sticky. I have a lot of the pieces die cut that I might use. Let's see. All right. That all needs to go in my rubbish bin, not the recycling. Let's bring this back. Now you may have seen the hot foil system that's coming. In fact, it's available to customers from 11 p.m. tonight, I do believe. I've got mine. I have had a little play, and it's gorgeous. I did think about using it tonight, and then I thought no, because I definitely don't want no more heat in here. Talking of heat, just check the phone. It's okay. I've lost a letter, and it's under here. There we go. Right, let's grab that. There we go. Now, do we do opposite words or do we do opposite letters? So we can have fun. In the and then sun. Yeah, quite like that. Fun in the sun. All right, we'll leave those over there. Sort that out. Right, let's bring back our page. Okay. Now, I was thinking of fun in the sun up here. I'm not too sure. I was thinking I'd got my other die set, the taller one, but I forgot we haven't got that no more, have we? I'm wondering if this is going to be a little bit lost. It is a little bit lost, isn't it, with everything going on? You know, I think I'm going to go with it, and we can, because I can always die cut a sun and add a sun there that will make it, and even put some glasses or something there to help it. Yeah, right, let's go for it. Pull this back enough. I'm not going to be particular about spacing or lining them up. I think that adds to the fun of it. quite nice. I don't think there'll be many photos from this year in the sun. That's for sure. I have got some from when I went down to team training and down to Emma's retreat, because we went to the beach. So they might make their way onto this page. This page and maybe the page we did last week, which was our poolside page. If you missed that, it's now uploaded onto YouTube, so you can go and catch up on that. Oh, come on. There we go. That's got a little bit of dirt on that. I'm not sure. It's off a bit sticky on my fingers. Oh, there we go. That's come off. Right, I might even underline it. And by way of underlining, just add a stripe of Secret Sea. And I've just done that between 3 and 4 mil. And that'll just underline that nicely to I think it needs to be a bit thinner. Take it just under 3 mil. Slightly. That's better. And then it matches with the bits we've got on there. Right, I want to chop it about there. Chop that off. In fact, make it a bit of a jaunty angle. Yeah, that's better. All right, let's pop some glue on here. It's one thing, I've got a busy day tomorrow. I've been putting everything off that I need to do. I'm like, oh, I can do it Friday. I can do it Friday. It's too hot. But yeah, it does now mean tomorrow I have got a busy day getting stuff done. I've been putting off hoovering. I've been putting off getting stuff done on my blog. The last thing I want to do is sit. You like that, do you, Carol? Thank you. Yeah, it just emphasises that, doesn't it, a little bit, and ties it in with the rest. Right, let's do some die cutting of our bits with our washi tape. So I've got these. These are what I've got left from before. And then I've got this piece. So we can die cut some of these out. And I am going to use the smaller machine because it's easier on here. Got the right plates. Been using it for embossing yesterday. Yes, it will if I trim it. So today I wanted for my card to emboss some pieces, and I hadn't got an embossing folder that went with what I was creating. So I used my stylus from my scoreboard and my foam pad, my piercing mat, and I wanted a wave, so I created my own. Remind me and I'll show you at the end if you haven't seen it. But I think it's done. It looks pretty good, considering it's just done by hand. It just really needed a little bit of something on it. But I'm very pleased with how it's turned out. Let's have these cherries and the sunglasses. Like that. I could do the flip-flops. Let's grab a bit more washi tape. But I think sometimes I've got so much stuff and we're so focused on using tools and that, like if we want embossing, we'll use an embossing folder. Well, we don't have to. We can use other tools that we have that will do the job just as well. Can I get, yeah, I can get the camera as well. And I haven't got a sun, so I am going to have to find a sun from somewhere for this. Add some more washi. Oh, that's come undone. My bits of scrap washi aren't that sticky. Mind you, it's sticking washi to washi, that's why. Plus the fact that it has been used multiple times. Right. It always moves on my cherries. Some more glasses. And then we've got our flip-flops. And we've already got our camera out. Right, so now we want the pineapple, which isn't on here. So there must be. Where have I put those? Right, now we have the mystery. Oh, they're in there. Right, we need the bottle. That's that one. Pineapple. That one. And the flower, which I have got here. Move it that way. Yeah. There we go. Put that on there. Run that through. There we go. Right. Oh, that's moved, so I don't think we'll be using that one. It's a shame. Oh, they've all moved except for the flower. Oh my lord. Oh, we'll see how we go with what we've got. And then if I do need any more and I still want a sun at the end, we can do it, can't we? Right. And let's bring our page in, because I thought it would be quite nice to have a sun there. Oh, we'll see. Right, some nice pink glasses. Or maybe, so we've got a pink flower, so let's go Coastal Cabana glasses. Some flip-flops. Oh, pineapple. I've got Coastal Cabana. I'm going to have to cut some more because the colours are too similar on what I've got. So let's grab piece of basic white. And then what I'm going to do is get some washi, because this has got, I say it's got a blue flower. It has got a blue flower, but I've ripped it. Well, lie that down. So yeah, maybe you can just get the blue flower out there. Excellent. Put that to one side. Let's trim this off. I don't think tonight's going to be any quicker. But, you know, that's the way it is. Right, so I'm going to that flower, that sun, and then with it not being in washi, I might be able to stick it down a bit better. Flower. And then I'll have that bottle, because I can overlap the washi tape onto my other washi tape over onto the plates. So hopefully I'll help it stick. Right, let's see where we go with those. Might be better if I do one at a time as well. Right. That way, no, the other way. Now I can't line this up. Nope. There we go. Tape on there. A bit of tape over there. Hold that down. Right, laptop's doing fine. Phone, I'm going to stick on charge for a bit, just in case. Sun. That way. There. Again, stick it on two sides so it hopefully holds it better. That's better. And then just our two bottles. Washi doesn't like sticking to washi, unfortunately. Perfect. Last one. And then we can start building. My hubby went to watch his friend go live, but someone's in the kitchen. So I presume he hasn't managed to find him, or he's not gone live. because it's too hot. Right. You don't know what to eat, do you, in this weather either? We had a few days of picky bits of salad, and a pizza. And again, another picky food, and I did burgers last night. And then tonight I'm just like, you know what? I am so done with being in the kitchen. It's so hot, just get whatever. I had some crumpets. Right, so we've got our sun. So I'm definitely going to pop our sun on there. Just add some dimensionals for that. That way I think looks best. Yeah, like that. Right, so we can have our blue flower. I want to do some pink glasses. Maybe a pineapple, which are nice. And then we've got the sun above it. So that's not too bad there. And then we can pop some cherries just over the corner. Camera. Got a couple of drinks. That might be nice to cover that one actually. Pair of flip-flops. I might add extra round here. That's a little montage of bits. Other bottle, I think. Yeah, that's better. And then we've got our camera. Might swap that. I'm not sure about the cherries. I'm going to go for another set of glasses, which could go over there. That's better. Right, let's stick some of these. Things are blowing off, so let's pop that down flat, and that, and this. And we'll raise the glasses. Lift those a little bit. So that we add a little bit of dimension to it. And then, I don't know if I want that raised actually now. Yeah, it will. That is that one. Like so. Right, then if I pop that, is Dave not on? No. I'll pop that there, and then we can get our photos underneath. We can pop don't know if I like trying to look at balance. That might be better there. With a drink down there. Let's bring these cherries. Cherries are better there, I think. Yes, like that. Let's pop them on. Sometimes you think that's not going to work, and then you pop it on. You're like, you know what? Actually, that needs to be there. That brings it to the title as well, which I like. And then I'm wondering about making this little montage of things bigger. I like that there. Cover that sun. I don't know why I don't like that sun so much. Can I have a couple of flowers instead? And then another drink. That's that side. Lifting them up makes them more prominent as well. No matter where I sent. Oh, that doesn't look too bad there. Where I was putting it, it was next to a blue, a green. That looks better there. That's good. Right. So what are we at now? So we don't need the camera. Yes. Oh, we could pop that there. You know. Let's just add it all. I think with us having such a busy background, we need to make sure that the embellishments go to a couple of little. Oh, I've only got two, otherwise I'd have added some little flowers on here and there. I might do that later, because yeah, my phone's starting to get a bit warm, so I will add those, but then I might cut a few more after and stick them on. And then what I'll do is the photos that I take, I shall have the other flowers on, because we can fit a couple of little flowers. I think they just break up that space. There, right. I think we need a bit of Winter Stella. Now, I haven't tried Winter Stella on the washi tape. Oh, I have, yeah, I did it today, didn't I? I think it was. So I'm going to add it on our drinks bottles, because they would be shiny, they're liquid. That's a perfect place. A little bit of shine. And then how about our camera lens, just in that little. And then our sun, just on the center of our sun, to give that a little bit of bling. It does, now I can see, putting, as I'm building the layers up, it starts to pull. you know, like water on glass, and you get little droplets it pulls, and that's what it's doing on there, which I don't have a problem with it having little droplets. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe not. A little bit tiny. Thank you. Right, we need some bling, don't we? But I am feeling with this, while I've been playing with this, the array of dots goes really well. Other than that, we could go quite sparkly. I think we'll use some of these this time, the sequins. These are the Sunset Sparkle sequins, which we won. Well, we were given them on stage, and I was like, lovely, not my thing at all. But as you can see, I have been using them, and I really like them. I'll have just, oops, couple of little sequins around here, and then we can pop little sequins up here. And then we'll pop some here as well, which will go with the blue again. I just think they're really sweet. The blue and the pink I use the most. I don't think I haven't used any orange, or I might have because I've got another pack actually. No, I haven't used the orange, but I have used some of the deep red. I can't remember actually what colour it is. Put that one there. There we go. That's another fun layout. Or page. It's not the layout isn't much fun, is it? The layout's quite simple and boring, really. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how that's turned out. Excellent. I've got more letters to sort. Let me grab the card that I made today. I think it's down here. Yeah, here we go. And that's what I did. I just used my stylus on my piercing mat because I haven't got the wave embossing folder. But yeah, you can just imagine it quite plain without it. Just needed that little bit of something. So don't forget to use your tools in what we've got. You don't have to buy everything. You can use what you've got as well to make things. Right, actually, what have I done with? I was just going to show you the couple of pieces of hot foil I did. I just had a little play. Didn't make anything particular. But that was my first little piece that I did. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? So shiny. Can't wait to start making, especially for Christmas. And then I did that one as well. And then what I just wanted to do was see about using up the rest of the sheet rather than wasting it, because you end up so I did my frame and then I did the little label, and then I was like, right, where can I get this to be able to use up some other bits? And I didn't do too bad. They were a little bit distressed where I didn't quite get it in the right place, but I'm okay with that. I can die cut that out and use those. But yeah, it was just nice to have a little bit of a play before actually trying to make anything. But yeah, now one thing I will say, if I swap cameras, I've lost my mouse. Stampin' Up have only tested that hot foil product with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Using Stampin' Up products with it. The warranty only stands if you use it with Stampin' Up products, the cut and emboss. It will not fit through a big shot. It's slightly too wide. So if you've got a big shot and was thinking, oh, I could have that because other things fit, I'm afraid it won't. Not the standard size big shot. But, you know, we all mix and match products sometimes with what we've got. But if you do get one and use it with another machine, and anything happens, it does void your warranty, unfortunately. So just bear that in mind, because it is a considered purchase as well. But I'm really looking forward to playing with it and making lots of really sparkly goodies for Christmas. There are some lovely stamps and dies available. Even though they're called dies, they're not the same as a normal die. They don't cut. They have a different coating on them, which works. But the stamps and dies, the set I've got has got stamps, foiling dies, and dies that all coordinate together. But they've got words and that, and apparently there is a lot more coming. So we shall wait and see. But demonstrator demand was really high. Because of the type of product it is, supply time is longer. So they have what they have. If the demand by customers is like what it was with demonstrators, they are going to sell out. So if it is something that you think you might want, taking everything into account, I would order sooner rather than later. They will come back in, but it's quite likely it could be towards the end of the year before they get them back in. So just wanted to let you know that. Right, with that said, I am going to pop off. I'm going to go and try and cool down a bit. Actually, it has dropped a little bit in here. My phone camera is extremely hot now, but it has cooled. The sun's gone, so it's going to cool. I can feel some cool air now off the fan. So yeah, I'm going to go and relax for a bit before trying to sleep. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Make the most of the weather while you can, but stay safe, stay hydrated, and I will see you all next week. Thanks again. Bye.